Hello everyone. Today I will discuss to you my research paper entitled Electrical Energy Consumption Monitoring Application for Smart Electric Meter. But before that, I will first introduce myself. My name is Lawrence Buison, currently taking Masters of Science in Electrical Engineering. So, for the abstract of my research, electric meter is a tool used to measure the electrical energy consumptions of electric consumers. Electric cooperatives deploy their field representative for manual recording of their customers' electricity consumption that takes time, money, and effort to accomplish. This traditional way of monitoring and informing customers about their monthly consumptions are prone in some factors that can affect the services they offer like losses due to human error. Another con of this system is consumers are not aware of their consumption until the field representative visit their household that result for the customer unprepared for the bills. These factors are the reason why this research is formed. Through innovation, we can change our current monitoring system by making a smart electric meter that will gather and measure the electrical consumption of the consumers and can be accessed and monitored using a mobile application. This application will be used by the customer for them to be aware on their electric consumption anywhere and anytime they want as long as they have an access on internet. Electric cooperatives can also use this application to monitor all the customers' consumption so they won't need to send a representative for manual recording. And as we live in this modern world, any thoughts or idea on innovating and uplifting the way we live should be entertained for the sake of progress and for a better system in our society. So for chapter 1, first is the introduction. We all know that power is one of the vital requirements for a sustainable comfort of living in our society nowadays. Therefore, there is a need for us to use this very judicially for its proper utilization. Awareness to usage is a way we visualize people to be more responsible for energy consumption and utilization. Due to the lack of knowledge as to what the reality is when it comes to energy consumption, it is a big help for people to know their corresponding consumption in an easiest way possible, anytime and anywhere to prepare themselves as to what they must pay in return. So, this concept of mind goes in a certain manner of information to consumption leads to estimation and preparation. An application that can be installed in any smartphone of the consumers for them to know what their current electricity consumption is. And when it comes to electric cooperatives, they have a different type of application that have an access to view the electricity consumption of every consumer so that they don't need to deploy field representative in every houses just to record the electricity consumption of consumers every month. Up until now, we still use the traditional and simple electric meter to measure the electric power consumptions of a home, building, or other electrically powered device. They are used to provide accurate billing to customers. There are two types of electric meter, which is analog electric meter and the other one is the digital meter. The electrical meters are used by the electricity provider to measure the total kilowatt-hour consumption of a certain household in a period of time. The current electric meter that being used today is still in an old type of meter that still needs the assistance of field representative just to record the electrical consumption and electrical bills in every household or any electrical power device. In this traditional way of recording, the electrical consumption um, faces many factors that can be experienced and affect the efficiency and effective delivery of good service, and that is the main goal of this paper, to lessen or remove all those factors and provide a better service. So for the review of related literature, this project aims for consumers to have an easy access on determining their current electric consumptions through an application that is connected to the smart meter, both connected via internet using using the data collected by the electric meter, the application will automatically calculate the electricity bill every month for every customer and will be posted on the application that can be monitored by both consumers and electric providers. These features give them a complete transparency and a good time frame for them to prepare and settle their bills. Same study that uses this idea is the mobile application for electric power monitoring and energy consumption at a campus university. This research are from the Faculty of Electrical Engineering at University Technology Mara in Shah Alam, Malaysia. For their research, they created a power monitoring mobile application for the power consumption in the university campus. One problem they are facing is the high electric power usage because they can't monitor the consumptions. So, they decided to make this mobile application that they can use to monitor their electric power consumptions and applied it to their university campus. They installed 5 smart electric meters in different buildings to measure the power consumption in each building. They also designed and programmed a live code mobile application that they use to monitor the data collected by the smart electric meter. They also designed and programmed a live code mobile application that they used to monitor the system. They use this monitoring system to know when the maximum and minimum power consumption occur. Same as my idea, designing of the application that can access and monitor the data collected by the meter. The difference of my research to the above existing project is that smart electric meters in my research will be installed in households that will surely maximize its full potential. Consumers have an easy access on monitoring their electric consumption through the app installed anytime and anywhere as long as they have an access to internet. Another feature of my project is that this can help not only the consumers but also the electric providers by means of electric cooperatives don't need to send their field representative to every household just to record the power consumption of their customers. They can easily collect all the electricity bill of their customers, and we all know that most organizations have poor record management, which lead them to having many problems during auditing. The traditional record keeping and billing needs too much time, money, and effort for it to be done. It is also prone to human error. And another problem with the traditional system of recording is the natural disaster. Example of it is fire outbreak that can cause a damage or even destroy and banish all records. Also, we can control the weather and can make the manual recording difficult for field representatives. New systems are now being introduced and used. We can't deny the fact that we are now living in a modern world that many related devices have no doubt to improve our quality of life. Just like this research, I believe that this will help a lot in many ways, not only the consumers but also the electric providers. So for the conceptual framework, there are 3 phases for this project to be done. The first one is planning, building, and testing. This part of research will focus on how this project will be executed from planning to the actual execution and testing of it. The first part of making this project is planning. This part includes gathering data and studying the concept of how existing smart electric meters operates. This also includes reading and understanding some of the related literature and identifying the differences of the project. Researcher also needs to prepare and learn how will the application be programmed and how it will be compatible to the smart electric meter. This part also includes designing the structure of what smart electric meter look and what will be the design and features of the application. And lastly, preparation of all the materials needed for this research. The next part of the framework will be the building phase, the most crucial part of the study. Researcher will now start to build the smart electric meter that will be the main instrument for this project to be possible. Programming the mobile application will also be done on this space, as well as connecting it to the smart electric meter. All the needed actions before testing will be done on this part and must be completed before testing. Electric meter will be installed and connected to an electrically powered device that will be used on testing to show if the electric meter is functioning. And all devices are now ready to test. Finally, the testing phase. In this part of the project, the smart electric meter will be tested for its accuracy in measuring the energy consumption of the connected device. The researcher will also test if the application can successfully monitor the data that the electrical meter gathered. In this part, all the defects and error encountered should be fixed until it is no longer encountered. Some adjustments on the project, such as program of the application, will be done in order to fix all the defects encountered. The test will be done in an agile type of testing until the object of this project achieved. So for the statement of the problem, this research focused on ways to improve the monitoring system for electric consumption of consumers and how to innovate the traditional way of recording and computing the monthly electric bill of electric cooperatives in today's generation. It aims to build a smart electric meter and design an application that can monitor the data for electric power consumption of consumers anytime and anywhere. Specifically, it aims to answer the following questions. Number one is, how will this research help consumers and electric providers? How is this power consumption application achievable? What kind of meter is required to acquire this improvisation? What kind of application is required for this improvisation? And what are the factors considered regarding the installation of the smart meter and its application? How is this smart electric meter and application operates? And lastly, how will this research contribute for customer to save energy? For the hypothesis, this part of the research aims to answer all the questions above, and it can only be proven when the project is executed well. As a researcher, I see this project as one thing that can help us in different ways. A project that can innovate the way we live and help us to make our task easier. For the electric consumers or the customer, this project will help them to be aware of their electric consumption. Uh, they will also know if their consumption exceed what they are expecting as preparation for their electric bills for power disconnection to be prevented. In an instances like disconnection, you can use the application to request for reconnection process. Customers won't need to go into electric cooperative personally because they can do it using the mobile application. In the other hand, in electric provider, they can save time, money, and effort during the recording of every consumer's electric consumption. Through the mobile application, they can easily see and access their customers' consumption that is being collected and recorded by the installed smart electric meter. They won't need to calculate manually the electricity bill of their customers because the mobile application will automatically do that for them. Using the code that the electric cooperative provides, following the correct sequence of calculating the power and electric bills. In this way, electric cooperatives will provide a better and transparent services because customer can see the way their bills been computed. For the significance of the study, um, I enumerate three main significance of it: the accuracy, awareness, and convenience. As we live on this modern day, which is primarily influenced by technologies, uh, that inevitably progresses with relevance to time, I decided to cope up with these changes and manage to put my efforts to on the improvisation with the application of all the knowledge learned with electrical engineering. In connection to this, I envision an improvised electric meter that can be accessed through an application that will be installed to any smartphones that will consumers for consumers to know their corresponding energy consumption. The overall objective of this project is to create an energy meter which will improve the billing process of electricity for the benefit of consumers, electricity suppliers, and electric cooperatives. Upon implementation of this project, um, in the community, consumers can expect improvement in a lot of areas. First, there will be a greater accuracy of meter readings. This is due to the exact amount of consumed electricity being input in the computation for the electric bill. Also, consumers will have an increased awareness of the use uh, to pay anytime and anywhere of the present billing month, allowing consumers to prepare their payments in advance. And also increased awareness of use to pay will also aid the consumer in the utilization of his or her electric or electronic appliances, lights, and other that will improve his habits of energy saving. Also, this increased awareness will greatly benefit a consumer who is budget tight, allowing a consumer to increase or decrease his consumption of electricity based on the updates by the application, resulting in a final monthly electric bill that will be within the budget of the consumer. Through this application, consumers will know and will be informed of any sudden increase in the charges per kilowatt or electricity and other charges in the electric bill by the electric cooperative, which will lead to a better communication and transparency between consumers and electric cooperative. Electric cooperative will also expect convenience in the form of this energy meter because of the automated updates and billing of consumers. This will give them better technology and save funds which are spent for the process of billing consumers. These funds may be used in improving other services provided by electric cooperatives. Overall, these improvements in efficiency and transparency in the billing of consumers will reduce complaints and increase the trust of consumers to and in the cooperative, making for a better partnership between an electric cooperative and its member consumers. For the scope and limitation of this research focuses on improving the system of electric consumption recording that is used in the Philippines. All places with an access to internet are the scopes of this research. It doesn't suffice all the places in the Philippines, especially remote areas that have no access on internet yet, because internet is the vital part of this research to be possible. So for chapter 2, for methodology, I provide a system flow chart of how this research will be done. So this project requires a smart and improvised electric meter that serves as a measuring tool of our user and an application that will be installed in a smartphones. It needs an electric power monitoring prototype application designed to monitor the electric consumption of a certain smart electric meter. First, a smart electric meter must be installed to a selected home, building, or other electrically powered device that have an access to internet. A smart electric meter measures electric power usage and the data collected are now analyzed and being monitored using this mobile application. And because of this, consumers can check their consumption anytime and will be able to know if their actual consumption exceeds their expected consumptions. This application is a specially coded mobile application that is programmed to access the data collected by the electric meter. Another feature of this application is that electric cooperative will be able to know the electric consumption of their customers by using this application. They don't need to send their field representative for manual recording in every household monthly that will help them to save money, time, and effort. This application can also program to compute the electric bill of customers together with the tax and other expenses charged by the electric provider. Consumers will be able to view the computation of their monthly bills through the app that will help provide more transparency and accuracy, service, and provide relationship a good relationship between customers and electric providers. So for the system flowchart, start is installation of monitoring application to customers' smartphone, smart meter setup to consumers' household, monitoring parameters activated on data collection. Next one is the smart meter measures energy consumptions and monitoring the data collection by smart electric meter through the installed application. And automatic computation of electricity bill of consumer every month by the app. And lastly, electricity bill computation can be monitored. For the research design, the design that will be applied in this innovative and experimental kind of research will be a test of how effective this project will be compared to the traditional way we use today. This electric energy consumption monitoring application for smart electric meter will be tested in terms of its effectivity and efficiency. We will try to test if this research will achieve its objectives and if this project is worth to implement and use by the public consumers. This project will be the first first implemented in a small room using appliances or any electrically powered device where the smart electric meter will be installed. This method is part of a testing phase to determine if the smart electric meter is functioning and if the mobile application can monitor the data gathered by the meter. In this type of approach, defects that will be encountered will be corrected. Errors in the code of the application will be adjusted up until the time the application is working well. After the test, the result will be collected and studied. Comparison of the function of both the traditional way of monitoring and the newly proposed project will be done and decide if the project must be implemented. This formal analysis of the results will surely prove if the instrument will be a great help and will deliver a good outcome to us. For the research setting, this research will be conducted in a room that is being supplied by electricity and have access to internet. Appliances will be used in this research that will imitate the electricity distribution system of a normal household. A smart electric meter will be installed in the system and connected to internet. Mobile application will be installed in a smart mobile phone that will be used in gathering and monitoring of data. This test will be executed first in this manner before implementing it to the public consumers. Respondents of the study. The main respondents of this project are those house owners with postpaid internet on their home. For this project to be possible, it must be installed on consumers' household that have an access to internet and have a smart mobile application. Respondents of this study are residential owners in both urban and rural places to know the response about this project. After testing this project and shows a successful report, interviews will be done in consumers or customers' household to know their opinion about this project. They will be asked if they will allow the implementation of this project to their household. For the data gathering procedure, in planning and implementing this project, some procedures are used in collecting data, starting from choosing the subject of research and formulating the title. Data gathering was done to ensure that there is enough data to support the research itself. As a researcher, I needed to learn how the electric meter build and its function for me to understand how to apply my idea. I also draw and design the structure of and circuitry of the new smart electric meter to be used and search gather data on how mobile application being built. Another data gathering procedure that I did is about researching the materials needed for this project, such as type, brand, and ratings to be used. Data also gathered by testing and trial of the project and recording the result of it. And after the successful installation of both smart electric meter and mobile application and shows a satisfying result, interviews will be done to specific customers after introducing them the idea of this project. In this way, we will know their opinions towards this project and if they will agree to implement this to their current electric meter system. For the data gathering instruments, in this research, the data gathering instrument I will use are survey and test. During the implementation and building phase of the system, tests will be done in the research itself. The whole system will be tested to know if it achieves its main function. A smart electric meter will be tested its capabilities to measure and collect data, and how will be the mobile application monitor it through testing. Another data gathering instrument I will use is by means of survey. A survey will be conducted for the possible customers that have an access of internet. After explaining the concept of my research to them, I will ask their opinion of it and if they're willing to use this on their electric system. And by means of this, I can collect the data and know if this project will be successful or not. So this is the end of my presentation. And I hope you learn something about my research. So thank you for listening and God bless.